This is Sky News Sunrise with Mark Longhurst.
But first this morning, many parts of Britain are still submerged this morning after a day of torrential rain and flash flooding that's led to chaos across the country.
In June 2007, Britain experienced the worst flooding in recorded history. Average rainfall across England was 140 millimetres, more than double the average for the month. Some areas received more than a month's worth of precipitation in just 24 hours. With so much rainfall being channelled into the country's rivers, it was obvious they would not be able to hold it all. The RAF conducted the largest peacetime domestic operation in its history to rescue over 120 residents from flood-affected areas. I travelled to Gloucester to witness firsthand the extent of the damage caused. Many roads are impassable, leaving some communities completely cut off. Only the most rugged vehicles stand any chance of making it through the rising water. I wanted to know how local residents have been affected and what they thought of the situation.
Very stressful, very depressing, annoying, frustrating that nobody's actually doing anything about it. This is the worst one that I can remember, and you can remember, innit, Mo?
Yeah. Weekend we had it up to the doorstep, didn't we?
Yeah, it came up to the doorstep the weekend, yeah. So this is the worst one I've seen. I've been down here 41 years, and this is the worst I've known it.
So locals are saying this is the worst flooding in nearly half a century. But with so many more resources available now compared to back then, why is this the case? I contacted Gloucestershire County Council asking for an interview, but they declined. Instead, they sent us this statement.
Gloucestershire County Council takes the issue of flooding incredibly seriously. We use many different methods to predict and prevent any flooding that may affect residents. Of course, it is a natural occurrence and cannot be completely stopped. Whenever flooding does take place, we do everything in our power to help anyone who needs it. From supplying sandbags right through to providing emergency accommodation, we do our utmost to help the community.
The damage has been estimated at over £2 billion. Included in this is compensation to farmers who have lost crops or livestock to the water. I met with a local farmer to discuss how the flooding had affected his farm.
Direct losses range from loss of maize crops, which was worth about £16,000, to damage to the 150 acres of meadowland, which some of that was crop losses, sort of 10,000, and then there were reinstatement costs, which were sort of £6,000 or £7,000, just doing tidy up work and reinstatement work. All in all, I think it's probably cost me about sort of £60,000 to £70,000.
The water is gone for this year, but no doubt it will return. A fix is desperately needed so that the residents of Gloucestershire can live without fear of the flooding. Who knows? Next time, it could be even worse.